Good morning. This is Jay Trucker 717, and you have reached Jay Trucker 717 Broadcasting. Let me get my coffee this morning. Yes. All right. What is going on today? You guys all know that I am a technology trucker. I love technology when it comes to the trucking industry. Well, Volvo is in the market into technology as well when it comes to trucking, and they're in the battle with Tesla and companies like Tesla and Nikola One. So Volvo is coming out with a VNR electric truck. It hits the road. First Volvo VNR electric truck hits the road. Okay, as more and more leaders in the industry race to enter the electric semi-truck market, Volvo has announced the deployment of its first pilot VNR electric truck in California. The truck is operating at Volvo's Truck North America TEC equipment dealership in Fontana, California. I've been to Fontana, California, a beautiful place. Transporting parts between dealerships in Fontana and La Mirada. Plans for the Volvo VNR truck has been announced in 2018. The zero emissions vehicle represents the future of regional haul. The truck does not compromise delivery and productivity or efficiency, and with quality and long haul amenities, according to Volvo. Suggestions and comments of 500 real truck drivers were taken into consideration when designing the interior of the truck. Okay, so we know that this truck is out there on the market now in Fontana, California, making deliveries. Again, electric truck is going to be something that's really going to help. It's going to kind of revolutionize, and I call it the last mile of trucking. Let's take a look at this clip and see what Volvo has for us.
No longer the world of tomorrow. Electric trucks are here today, thanks to a firm commitment from a visionary group of organizations. The Volvo Lights Project is the innovative partnership of Volvo Group, California's Air Resource Board, South Coast Air Quality Management District, and 12 other organizations, each dedicated to making electric trucks a reality. But the vehicles themselves are only one part of what's needed for large-scale electrification to succeed. Enabling sustainable transport is a complex issue that requires a holistic approach. Incorporating key stakeholders to ramp up necessary infrastructure, industry standards, and workforce deployment. In total, $90 million will be invested to create a pioneering range of vehicles, charging infrastructure, and workforce initiatives critical for success. Over a 3-year period, Volvo Lights will demonstrate that electric trucks can reliably move freight between the city's 2 major ports and distribution points, producing less noise and zero emissions. It sets the stage for the first commercial production of the VNR Electric later this year. The next step for Volvo's proven electric platform, which is already at work in more than 4,500 vehicles worldwide. Growing urbanization drives demand for cleaner, quieter transport, improving the living environment of our communities. The driver's working environment is also improved. There's less stress and fatigue from noise and vibration, and more enjoyment from the immediate, smooth response of the powertrain. The Volvo Lights project proves that public-private partnership accelerates the industry transformation and benefits us all, and will provide the necessary testing, learning, and validation to bring an electric solution to market. Electric vehicles charged with renewable energy, an innovative step towards transportation's sustainable future.
All right, that is from Volvo. Volvo is doing big things. I've driven quite a few Volvos and I always liked them, especially the This was before they kind of changed the actual inside of the trucks. Like they've done a lot in the different Freightliners, Peterbilt, but Volvo was kind of one of the first ones to kind of added that little table. I thought that was so neat when I was driving on Tiara. But Volvos I thought were good trucks to drive, a lot easier to steer too. Okay, what else is going on? What else is going on? Let's see. Okay, so we all know that you need to make sure that you monitor your height in your truck, and you need to know what your height is in your truck is always. We always know 13 plus, 13, I think it's 13.6 is your height requirement for the standard bridges and stuff that you go across. And you got different height requirements on all the bridges, and that you need to know that the standard is going to be 13.6, but you need to make sure you understand what the bridge height is. Okay, so apparently this guy who's OTR driver who's driving big loads, so the actual is not the standard trailer's height, it's a different height, and you got to always make sure you know what your height is. Apparently he didn't know what his height is. Let's take a look at this clip real quick.
Because I'm driving, let's do a scheduled call tomorrow then.
Okay, then we can have a call tomorrow and you can tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
Okay, just kind of click the top of that bridge, and for you guys don't realize it, yeah, you have to pay for those bridges when you damage them. That's not a good thing, especially for the trucking company. All right, what else is going on? What else is going on? Okay, here we go. Here we go with the Big W Award. Fans accuse former trucking company owner of a elaborate scheme to defraud Amazon. Okay. Former owner of Rhode Island Trucking Company is facing serious charges after federal investigators uncovered a complicated scheme to defraud Amazon while investigating other crimes. On June 17, the U.S. Attorney's Office, District of Rhode Island, announced that a 40-year-old Michael Chavez had been arrested and charged with wire fraud and mail fraud in connection with the scheme. Investigations into the fraud to keep trucking company open leads to discovery of an Amazon scheme. Chavez owned the new fund Rutherford, Rhode Island-based auto transport trucking company, Cat Auto Logistics. Chavez is awaiting sentencing in a separate case for fraudulently obtaining more than $400,000 from financial institutions using the stolen personal identifying information of another person to continue to illegally operate his auto hauling business after being ordered to shut down for safety violations. So he has quite a few things going on here. He pleads guilty in August 2019 to falsifying U.S. DOT records, aggravated identity theft, 5 counts of bank fraud, 2 counts of wire fraud, and tax evasion. While investigating, Chavez pleaded guilty to in August of 2019. The IRS, the U.S. Department of Transportation investigators stumbled onto an Amazon scheme. So they're investigating for something else, and then they found this. Thousands of fraudulent Amazon returns discovered. While executing a court-authorized search of Chavez's home and business, agents spotted a large number of open and unopened Amazon packages and packing material at the business location. Items in the room included televisions, incense, European wall plugs, some for phone chargers, computer parts, small electronics, and significant quantity of auto parts. So basically, I'm sorry. He was taking the Amazons that instead of returning them to the Amazon center, he was taking them to his house. Big Dummy Award. Okay. What else is going on? What else is going on? All right. INFRA grant provides $11.2 million to fund a Tennessee Department of Transportation smart fiber project on I-40. Again, told you I'm a technology person. I like this. Okay. The Tennessee Department of Transportation has awarded $11.2 million to fund an expansion of Intelligent Transportation System (ITS) technologies along I-40. Okay, federal infrastructure for rebuilding the American grant will provide a partial funding for the state's smart fiber project between Memphis and Nashville. Okay, yeah, I've been to Memphis. The Smart Fiber project is expected to install 143 miles of fiber optic communications in Tennessee's along I-40, which I've been down I-40 on. I'm sure a lot of us has been through there. This includes cameras, dynamic message signs, road weather sensors, and connected vehicle roadside units. All of these devices supported the strategic build out broadband and smart transportation infrastructure, especially the state's rural areas. The project will aid in the state's effort to increase safety, communicate to drivers, and monitor roadway conditions, and improve response times to incidents and related weather emergencies. So I kind of like that. It's going down I-40 from Memphis to Nashville, a smart highway for truckers, giving you all kind of weather and stuff of that nature. Good things like that. Okay, what else is going on? Study reveals the study reveals the wild ways drivers are getting distracted. This is interesting. I was looking at some of the things that drivers get distracted from, so I thought this was very interesting. So it lists all of the things and the ways that drivers get distracted when driving down the road. It's not just for truck drivers, just any driver in general. But let's take a look at this. This is pretty funny. Okay. New survey of U.S. drivers admitted to some jaw-dropping distracted drivers' behaviors that are performed behind the wheel. Distracted driver study was recently released by insurance comparison website The Zebra. Okay. While there is no surprise for using a phone while driving, was the number one distracted driver behavior. Of course, cell phones, number one distracted driver behavior. And it's pretty surprising that 2,600 survey respondents fessed up to some of the other behaviors, which include sexual activity, vomiting, and putting in contact lenses while driving. I'm sorry. Okay, let's take a look at this. Number one, this is some of the things that they said that they were doing while they were distracted driving. Reading something on a phone or other device, 58%. That's texting while driving, reading while driving, that type of stuff. We already know that's really bad, but it's going on a lot. Okay, 56% text. Okay, I guess text is separate than reading something on your device. So 58% for reading something, 56% for texting. Okay, picked your nose. 47.2% of the people are picking their nose while driving. Come on, people. All right, eating a full meal. I've admit that driving down the road, I've grabbed a burger or two. 35.9% of people have admitted driving down the road and eating. All right, kiss someone. 27%. Okay, people, can you wait till you get to the truck stop? Can you wait till you get to your house or the hotel? All right. Put on or taking off clothing. Oh my gosh, 26.8% were putting on or taking off clothing. I will admit there are times when you're on the road and you got to make that change into that suit for the interview or whatever, and you may not have the time. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think that's what they're talking about though. All right. Clean dashboards or windows, 25%. Why are you cleaning when you're driving? Brushed your hair, 17.5%. I can see that happening. Applied makeup and deodorant, 15%. Yeah, I can see that. Engaged in sexual activity, 14.9%. All right. Watch video content on a phone and other device, 14.6%. You're watching a video driving down the road? Taking a selfie, 14.6%. Sent emails, 13.9%. Smacked someone else in the car, 12.4%. Popped a pimple, 10.5%. Consumed alcohol, 9.6%. Consumed drugs, 8.8%. Vomited, 7%. Flossed teeth, 5.6%. Urinated, 4.5%. Changed seats with passengers, 3.9%. Reading a newspaper or book, 3.7%. Tweezed eyebrows or facial hair, 3.5%. Fed a baby bottle, 3.4%. Filed clipped fingernails, 2.9%. We're almost done. Put in contact lenses, 2.2%. Shaved face or legs, 1.7%. Painted fingernails or toenails, 1.1%. Changed a child's diaper, 0.4%. Come on, people. You're doing a lot driving down the road. Okay. Well, that is it for today's broadcast. Again, we're going to end with a weather break so you can take a look at the weather and make sure you're safe out there on the road. And as I always say, and you will hear me say a lot, be careful out there. No load is worth your life. This is Jay, Trucker 717 broadcasting. Peace. I'm out of here.
Severe weather is in the forecast this week for some of you, including Monday. Now, the south central U.S. is where we'll see the most active weather. It's not a real big threat for tornadoes, but we can't rule out seeing a few of them. The main threats are going to be damaging winds and large hail. Now, we also have a couple of areas we'll watch for severe weather on Tuesday, possibly some in Colorado, and then also watching very active weather along the Gulf Coast. And this is going to be the story throughout the week. We've got a lot of moisture through here, so not only looking at some potentially severe weather, but some very heavy downpours this week. And we'll continue to see that threat with those heavy downpours as we go into our Wednesday. Lots of thunderstorm action in here. The Mid-Atlantic also picking up some of the thunderstorms, some of that even into New England, a few spotty areas elsewhere across the country. And then into Thursday, again, the focus is going to be along the Gulf Coast, a few other spots, and then also into the northern plains.